Hi all, it's Rach from Spiritual and Angelic Guidance. I'm here to do the reading for next week, I think it's 9th to the 15th of August. So this reading will be for the earth signs. So we'll start with Taurus and then I'll go Virgo and then Capricorn. So I just did the last fire sign and we did a few extra. I did four rows, but this time I'll just do 3. So I'll call them love, career and family. And yeah, we'll see. I mean, it can just be really general, but we'll see what we need to know. I'll just do 3 rows. And also, I mean, if it does resonate with you, that would be great. Please like, share and subscribe. If it doesn't, then, check again next time, because it just means it can, maybe just this week is not what you're going through. Don't forget, time is fluid and energy can be vice versa. So it doesn't necessarily have to be all you. It can mean the other person. Okay, so we'll do Taurus. Tell me about Taurus next week. Tell me about Taurus next week. Tell me about Taurus. Ooh, too many. Tell me about Taurus for next week. Ooh, Taurus for next week. Right. Tell me about Taurus for next week. Taurus for next week. Okay, sorry, they fell out on too many. All right, tell me about Taurus for next week. Tell me about Taurus for next. Oh no, just like 10 cards. Tell me about Taurus for next week. Okay. Oops. I really need to improve on my shuffling skills, I think. I guess as long as the reading comes out, it doesn't really matter how the shuffling happens. All right, Taurus. Oh, too many. I just want one card. One card for Taurus. One card for Taurus. Right, what's next? Taurus for next week. Ooh. Alright, one more card for Taurus for next week. One more. Just one. Nope, not 30. One card for Taurus for next week. Right. And the Oracle cards. Taurus. We got Taurus. Tell me about Taurus next week. Right, tell me about Taurus for next week. A couple of cards. Taurus, one more. Right. Okay, so Taurus, what have you got going on this week? We have spiritual strength in reverse. So that is the same as maybe there's a bit of a struggle going on. You feel defensive, paranoid, closed-minded, all those things. And you got the 5 of Swords reversed, which is about someone who's going through deep contemplation. Feel like they're stagnated. They're not really moving. They're not really progressing in their life. They feel exhausted. They feel burnt out. All those things. And also you've got the 6 of Wands reversed. That's all about, it can be egotism. It can mean a lack of confidence. It can mean like you feel like you're neglected. All those things, Then we have, maybe you do some private achievement as well. There can be a private achievement that you have. Then we have temptation, which is the same as the devil card. It's about an addiction. Maybe you feel restricted. You feel attached. You maybe are greedy, materialistic, greedy or envious about something. All those things. You or somebody else can feel like that. Then we have justice reversed. And the justice reverse card is about someone who's just taking a lack of accountability in their life. Maybe there's some dishonesty going on. They feel like something's going on, being unfair. There is no balance because it's about scales and, being balanced. And maybe the relationship is not balanced. Maybe that's what it is as well. Then we have the Knight of Cups reversed. And the Knight of Cups reversed is about someone who is a fraud. They're a liar. They're lazy. They're jealous. All those things. Not really a very nice person. As I said, the devil. I mean, it's like they're the devil, really. Okay. Then we have the five, which is about financial and material changes. So, that can mean maybe obviously it just means there's some changes with your financial material, life. It can also mean, what else can it mean? It can mean, there's pictures where there's like, an engagement ring maybe. But yeah, the way I read it, there's definitely going to be some financial material changes. That's pretty much what you need to know. We have the Empress reversed, which is about some depending on others. Maybe you're in a codependent relationship. Maybe there's some sort of creative block if you're doing something creative. Oh. And you've got the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is somebody who is ambitious. They're driven to succeed. They're determined. They're strong. Maybe there's some sort of lifestyle change they're going to take. Maybe that's got to do with the financial material changes. Maybe there's some sort of lifestyle change. Now, on the bottom of the decks, you got Judgment. So far it looks like somebody in the relationship is not. I just want to say, they don't really, it seems like you're in a relationship with somebody or you like somebody who possibly isn't that great a person. And maybe you just have some other lifestyle change. It could be related to them or it could just be in general. So anyway, you got Judgment. So that can be about some inner calling. It can be rebirth, final decision. Maybe you have a wake-up call. Maybe you realize you have some clarity. Maybe you realize this person is like the devil and that's not what you want. It can mean that. The Grim Reaper, the relationship is over. As I said, I think this whole spread here, especially these two, you have someone in your relationship, you have a relationship or you like someone or whatever the situation is who is just like the devil. They're a liar, they're, all those things. There's a lifestyle change because the relationship is over. Even if you're not in a relationship, it just means maybe you just think, you know what, I've got the inner clarity. I realize this person is not somebody that I want to be with or like or whatever. There's no second chances. You want to grow and transform your life. You want to grow like the Grim Reaper. You want to grow. It's ending like the Grim Reaper. It's like death. The relationship's over. And then that will, then you'll have some passion ignited. That's awesome. Things are going to get better. It's just getting rid of the crap and doing something you enjoy. Go out and do something you enjoy that makes you passionate, something you're passionate about. A new opportunity, something exciting. And on the bottom of this one, you got the Queen of Wands reversed. And that's about having some self-respect, having self-confidence. Maybe you need to work on these things. Reestablish, you know, the sense of self. Reestablish you. Like, what kind of person do you want to be? Do you really want to have someone in your life that treats you like this? You know, like, I don't want to feel like I lecture every time, but, you know, that's pretty much what that one is. So that's Taurus. So we now move on to Virgo. Let's do Virgo for next week. I mean, I hope that helps, you know, hearing that, though, just in case you didn't know that the person was like that, Taurus. Okay, Virgo. Right, Virgo, next week. Whoop. Okay, Virgo next week. Virgo next week. One card. Too many. Virgo. Come on, I know you want to jump out. Just one. Okay, we've got two. Virgo. Right. Next ones. Right. Virgo. Next week. Right. Tell me about Virgo next. Whoop. Tell me about. Oh, goodness gracious. Right. Virgo. You're definitely in your own spread, which is good, because Hermit card is the one for Virgo. It's the tarot card. Tell me about Virgo next week. Oh, 4 cards, that's too many. 1 card. Virgo, come on. Virgo. One more card for Virgo. Virgo. Okay, we got 2. And some oracle cards. Right, tell me that Virgo. One more. Oop, 2 more. Okay, so Virgo, what have you got going on this week? Let's have a look. Right, you've got fertility, which is the same as the Empress card. So that's about abundance. It can be fertility. It can mean pregnancy. It can mean pregnancy. I mean, it can mean pregnancy. It can mean what else? Femininity. It can mean good parenting. All those things. So we'll see what the others say, so we know what it's about. You got material and spiritual prosperity. So, I mean, that can mean, I guess, it's about giving and receiving. It can mean, obviously, prosperity and material and spiritual things. It can mean generosity, all those things. Then we have 10 of Pentacles. So reversed, and that's about misfortune. So it's weird because you get material and spiritual prosperity, which can mean, it doesn't necessarily mean money. I mean, maybe you receive some help, or you have some charity, or something from some people, maybe something like that. Or fertility, I mean, maybe you just come up with some new idea. I mean, you create something, because I mean, that means abundance. So it's like, and it's sort of similar, like in this picture, they're like happy families. I always look at it like, it's like they're a happy family. Maybe something's not so happy in that side of things. I mean, it's weird because just because you got they both kind of go against each other, but I mean, you may know what that means, but I mean, it can just mean maybe you receive some stuff. Maybe it's not you giving, maybe you receive because you're having a really tough time. And it doesn't necessarily mean money. It can mean like when they say one-sided or giving and receiving, it doesn't, or abundance, it doesn't mean money. Okay, then we have King of Swords reversed, and that's all about the inner truth. Maybe someone's manipulating, there's a misuse of power somewhere. Yeah, so just be careful. Maybe the person has strings attached, the person that's helping. Just be very careful. You need to stand your ground with something. Like perseverance. Maybe you're feeling defensive, but you need to stand your ground about something. Seven of Wands reversed. That can be you feeling overwhelmed. There's some indecision. You don't know. You feel like you want to give up. You feel exhausted. I mean, everything's about health at the moment, so just be very careful of your health. You've got Ace of Cups reversed, which is somebody who's egotistical. They're selfish. I mean, you know, stand your ground, because it doesn't really, maybe this person, maybe it's the same person, maybe it's different people, but maybe you need to stand your ground and just kind of watch who you accept help from. Maybe that's what this is about. This bit here, maybe that's what that's about. Just watch who you accept help from. There is going to be hope, because hope is the same as the Star card. And I mean, that's hope, you know, faith. It's about miracles. It's about, you know, inner clarity. It's about purpose, all those things. And you know, that's the same as the Hermit card. And that's doing, you know, soul searching and introspection, just being alone maybe, and having some clarity as well. I mean, maybe it's you realize that this person's that way as well, but spend time by yourself. Maybe you need to meditate. Then you've got the Judgment card, and that's about inner calling, a final decision, clarity, as I said, a wake-up call, all those things. And you've got the Eight of Cups reversed, which is about walking away from something. It can also mean you have some indecision. Maybe you think, oh, I want to try again. Oh my God, I feel like I've already had this reading. It's bizarre, that part. Very, yeah, just, I mean, only you can decide if you want to walk away or try again. But if this is how they are, if this is the kind of people they are, do you want them? I guess that's my question. Okay, then we have the Triumph reversed, which is the same as the Chariot reversed, which is about self-discipline, lack of direction. Maybe there's some sort of opposition with something. And you got base chakra reversed. Now, the base chakra, I mean, this has come up, oh my God, I think in just about every reading so far. It's like come up a lot. So the base chakra, it's all about your basic needs, really. It's about issues of money. It can mean survival. It can talk about sustenance, safety, shelter. Maybe you have a lack of those things. Maybe you need to work on those things, you know. It keeps coming up. And we've got the Wheel reversed, which is about seeking personal closure. And you've also got the Sun. And the Sun, I mean, the Sun is like things are good, you know, there's positive. There's success, like there's going to be a joyous outcome, maybe some happiness of some kind, you know, like things are going to get better. You've just got to make the decision, really, and focus on what you want and what you're willing to tolerate. Like with all of these, they all seem to be the same. Seems like everyone's going through this similar things at the moment. You got the Hierophant reversed, which I think we've already had. So the Hierophant reversed is about personal beliefs. It's about freedom. Maybe you escape some sort of relationship or whatever, and there might be some secrets or something. There's something going on behind the scenes that you don't know about. It can mean fear, anxiety, a voluntary change. Maybe you just make this change yourself. Maybe you say, you know what, this is not what I want. I don't trust this person, whatever. Or it can have nothing to do with that person and just be like, I just want to make the change and do something for myself. Right. You need to, okay. Boat is all about receiving what you need, which talks, you know, here you may be struggling with that. It can mean moving on, as I said, closure issues. You got the engagement ring, which doesn't necessarily talk about engagement. It can also just be about completion. It can be, maybe you learn the lesson and now, or it could mean maybe there's an engagement, or, you know, maybe a new partner. Then you've got kisses, which is, it could mean falling in love. It can mean unconditionally loving, even yourself. And the hammer, now that's all about sabotage, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. And that's reversed. So maybe you're doing some self-sabotaging. Maybe you're not you don't want to rebuild with, maybe if you're in a relationship at the moment. You've kind of given up. You don't want to be persistent anymore. So love, there is no unconditional love. There is no self-love. You need to work on you in this relationship. You've got the World reversed. That's about seeking personal closure. We already had that card before. You've got it somewhere else. You got the heart chakra reversed. And that's, the heart chakra is all about love. It's about self-love. As I just said, like, you need to work on you. And the last card on the bottom of the deck was the Six of Wands reversed. That's about success, but it can mean a lack of confidence. Maybe you feel like you're being neglected, or you are being neglected. But, you know, I think things are going to get better, but I just think at the moment it's really tough. And it's about who do you accept help from whoever this is? I think that could possibly, not end well. Just make sure you know who you trust, I guess. Make sure you know who you get receiving help from, or in a relationship from. I guess that's it. Oops. Wrong deck. Okay, now we move on to the next air sign, who is Capricorn. Where's my deck? Oh. So, sounds like everybody's having a bit of a tough time right now. Alright, so about Capricorn. Capricorn next week. Capricorn next week. Right, tell me about Capricorn next week. Got one card. Capricorn next week. Capricorn next week. Capricorn next week. Oh, this is not good so far. Not great. Not too many. One card for Capricorn next week. Last week for Capricorn was pretty crap, so which would be this week. So yeah, we'll see if next week's going to be any better for you. Capricorn. Okay, tell me about Capricorn. Oh. Oh goodness, 2 goodness. Oh, I was going to only do 3. Crap. I did 4. I better hurry this along. So I've got an appointment to go to. Capricorn for next week. Right, tell me about Capricorn. Too many. 1 card. Capricorn. Flying. Okay. Capricorn 1 card. Right. This is a little bit confusing for sure. Capricorn. Next week. What does Capricorn need to know for next week? Right. Okay. Right. You're trapped in fear, but it's all in your head. But you feel like you got the Chariot reverse, which is about lack of direction and self-discipline. Maybe there's some opposition of some kind, but you are trapped in fear. So that's kind of self-limiting beliefs. It can be your worst inner critic. Release whatever negative thoughts, maybe open some new perspectives. But you got the 3 of Swords, which sucks to be you. It's about heartbreak, divorce, loss, depression, broken relationship, betrayal, rejection, cheated on, you know, jealousy, emotional pain, all those things, which suck. Now this could be past, present, future. Could mean, you know, however you read it. Right, then we have 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles is maybe there's some prosperity, maybe you receive some help from somebody, maybe you have this horrible relationship and then you are receiving help from somebody. It doesn't necessarily mean like financial, it can just mean maybe you receive some help. So know that there are people out there, you know, helping you, which is good. And you got the 9 of Cups, which is why I said it's a bit confusing. So the 9 of Cups is about material abundance, good health. Like maybe it's just you need to count your blessings. Maybe it's not about the other things. Maybe you just need to really count your blessings. It's about there's hope. Maybe you just have hope for the future. Maybe you think things are going to get better. That's what it could mean. Because, I mean, all the rest of the meanings, I don't think if you're going through this shit that you're going to be feeling like bloody your wishes are coming true. I don't think that's the case at all. I'm pretty sure that that's probably just maybe you're content with the decision to leave. You know, or maybe that is, you know, if you choose to leave, I mean, that's obviously, I'm not saying everybody's going to leave. You're not standing your ground on something. Maybe you need to, you know, maybe you feel exhausted. Maybe you feel like you're just going to give up. There's some indecision, you feel overwhelmed, and you're not standing your ground. You got 5 of Cups reversed, which is about having some hope, having some self-forgiveness. You're moving on. You know, you need to stand your ground, which you're not doing at the moment, but you are going to move on. And you got the Queen of Swords, which reversed, which is about somebody who's overly emotional. Maybe they're easily influenced. Maybe they're cold-hearted, deceitful, and sly. Maybe that describes the person you're in a relationship with. Or it could just mean, you know, maybe just, it could mean maybe just you being overly emotional. Any of those things. Truth. There is no truth. Truth is the same as a Judgment card reversed. I mean, it's about self-doubt. It's about you being an inner critic. It's ignoring the call. It's not, the truth is not being said. Someone is not speaking their truth. And it's about Page of Pentacles as well. And the Page of Pentacles is about somebody who's, I don't know, It can mean they're kind. It can mean about someone manifesting. It can mean somebody maybe goes back to school and gets a new job or a raise. Maybe they're manifesting something better than what they've had. Could just be that. You got the Hierophant card. And that's about, maybe this person's married. Maybe this person's in a committed, relationship. It can mean somebody who wants to be that. It can also mean that maybe they have some expectations. They want the, family with the picket fence and the dog. Can mean that. All those things. Maybe if you are religious, maybe pray to God. Maybe if you believe in the universe, maybe, do some things to meditation and affirmations and visualizations to kind of move past that even. You got the Moon, and that's about things going on behind the scenes, secrets, fear, anxiety, trusting your intuition. Maybe it's a voluntary change. Maybe, as I said, maybe you make the change after going through this. You make some changes and they're because you want them. Maybe you just choose enough is enough and you move on. You feel discontent and bored as well. Maybe you are doubting. You're having some contemplation. As I said, maybe do some meditation. You've got the Queen of Pentacles reversed. And that's about someone who is independent, like financially independent. Maybe they're going to take care of themselves right now. And you got the Page of Cups. Now, Page of Cups. Maybe it's a creative idea. Maybe you're going to take care of yourself and also do something creative. It can also mean you need to trust your intuition. It can mean, it can mean a new love and maybe someone who's younger than you, or it could just describe maybe someone who maybe you're in the relationship with someone younger than you, or, it can mean all those things. Hopefully it's not intimacy with that person. Leave that person in the past. You got Judgment reversed, and that's, once again, it's the same as one of the other ones I just read a minute ago. I don't know which one it was. Truth. Here we go. Same card. One row over. So Judgment reversed is about self-doubt. Ignoring the call, you're being worst inner critic, all those. It's about feeling like you're enough as well. Maybe you are frustrated in your relationship. Maybe you have a lack of confidence. And then on the bottom of this one, you've got Four of Pentacles reversed. And the Four of Pentacles reversed is there's some obstacles. Maybe you were being controlled in your relationship. Maybe there was some greed and overspending. You got Wisdom on this one, which is the same as the Hierophant card, which I just told you exactly what the Hierophant card means because you've got it right here. So the Hierophant card is the one where you could have the family that you want, like it's about marriage, it's about tradition, expectations, conformity, it's all those things. So, you may be married, as I said, but you will have a new beginning. There's a new beginning here as well. So, maybe you can have a new beginning and get married. Who knows? You got Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is about theft, betrayal, somebody who is dishonest. They think that they're going to get away with something. They act strategically. They're deceptive. All those things. Horrible person. As I said last time, if it's the same person as last time, it's what came up last time. I think they're just dishonest, and I think they're an arse, to be honest. Somebody's not dealing. They need to put up boundaries. They're avoiding, and they're hurt. Obviously you would be if you were going through that and you've been cheated on or lied to or whatever. You got passion. Maybe you need to find something to, make you feel like that you have passion about. It can mean that. Somebody is definitely being strategic. They're not showing their hand. It's like gambling, that like they're definitely being strategic. So be very, very careful. Don't fall for their crap. And you're just thinking about the past, really. Like that's kind of the week for this time. yeah, so that one was for Capricorn. I mean, at least, I mean, you've got over the worst part, and I guess now it's a bit like stay out and keep moving on and working on you, really, you know, especially after the last week. Anyway, that is it. I mean, if that resonates for any of the earth signs, please like, share, and subscribe. If it doesn't, you know, check again next time, because it just may be where you're at. And yeah, thank you for watching.